Dad. You don't think I'm a bit young, do you?
You're going to come down them stairs with me right now and get your dinner with the rest of us.
I don't want to. Anyway, they'll have finished by now.
Behave, you're acting like a big kid, you are.
Because you treat me like one. It was funny how you want me to be all grown up, but I bet if Jamie walked through that door, you'd be saying, you're too young to sleep with him. And then all of a sudden, I'm like a kid again. Oh, and another thing. How come you've got these rules for me and Rod, and then when it comes to you, rules are just out the window?
What rules are they? Go on.
Yeah, well, you're always saying we're having to treat this
Hang on a minute, who brought you in on all this, eh?
He feels the same as I do.
Oh, you're ganging up on me now, are you?
Well, how do you think me and Rod feel knowing that you and Sheila Grant's in this, sleeping together?
It's got nothing to do with you or Rod, what I do.
See what I mean?
It is to do with us, because we live here, right? Why don't you answer Tracy's question? How come it's different for you?
I'll tell you why. Because it's my house, that's why.
Yeah, well, I hate your house, and I wish I didn't live in it.
Oh, do you? Well, don't do me any favours. Hey, I'll tell you this much. You won't be able to find anywhere else where you can doss about doing what you like and when you like, and get your clothes done and get your dinner done for nothing.
Don't ask her to do it.
No, but you don't stop her, do you? And I'll tell you something else. I've never seen either of you offer her any help or even thank her for anything she's done. Do you know that?
Hey, I shouldn't have to thank her. She's living in our house.
It's my house. I paid the bloody bills. I paid the mortgage, remember? Get in here, you. It's all right for Sheila. It's a skivvy for you two, isn't it? But it's not all right for her to sleep in my bed.
It's not just your bed, though, is it? Half of it's me mum's.
Well, I'll throw it out and I'll get another one, won't I?
Yeah, just like you did with me mum.
Now, don't give me that crap. You know what happened as well as I do.
Yeah, well, I thought I did, but obviously I don't. How come she hasn't been in touch? She hasn't even sent a birthday card. Yeah, well, I've been thinking, and it doesn't add up. My mum loves me and all that. She wouldn't just walk out on us. She must have a reason.
And what do you suppose it is? Come on, I'd be interested to know what this reason is.
She thinks we've taken your side. You must have done something to her. She wouldn't just walk out and forget us. You must have done something.
Oh, must I?
Yeah, well, how do we know you weren't going with Sheila Grant all the time your mum was living here, Ed?
I'll tell you why, because I was in love with your mother and Sheila Grant's a respectable woman, that's why.
His husband went off just like me mum did.
Oh, good, you what, Dad? Get off, will you? Go on then, go on, both of you, just do one, will you? Go on, look for your mother, eh, and she can tell you all that crap. And do us a favour, just stay where she is, find her and stay and see if she can put up with you, all right? Another thing, while you're there, ask her what she was doing in a hotel bedroom with a dentist bloke when she was supposed to be married to me, right? Wait.
They say, be a benevolent person and you'll be blessed by heaven. That way you get to die in your own bed with your friends and relatives around you. The new Lung Fung restaurant to Mr. Michael Wong, on condition that it be managed in a traditional Chinese way.
This week is our Italian cream pie week. The only time my father set foot in here, he stormed out when the waiter failed to come up with a pair of chopsticks.
He just flew higher and higher. I have no time to look down or tell us what it looks like up there.
The mysterious will of Sam Wong challenges a young lawyer in a bizarre game of Chinese ping pong. Film on 4 tomorrow at 9:30.
Well, what do the inmates feel about the state of the British prison service? A unique debate took place earlier this month at Long Lartin Maximum Security Jail, which the prisoners initiated and ran themselves. An unusual page on the dispatches file. Next.
Shh. Lucy, my beloved, seems to have over-oxygenated at her aerobics class, so she's decided to have 20 minutes under the sun lamp browning. These days, everything has to be brown. Brown rice, brown bread. Well, I'm keeping up with the browns too. With these new wall sausages for the microwave. They're pre-cooked, so a couple of minutes in the micro, and they come out piping hot and perfectly brown. And they taste Just like good old bangers. No mess, and no evidence that anything but celery hearts and nut cutlets were ever here. Now, that's what I call Nouvelle cuisine.
Walls. Food you can really fancy.
No. No. No.
No? Did you get to see the bank today?
Yeah.
No!
Will they give us the loan?
Yes.
What, the whole amount?
No.
Yes.
No.
So we get the new kitchen then? No.
Yes.
Will they let us repay over 5 years?
Yes.
No.
Well, they were very good with the mortgage, weren't they?
No.
Yes.
TSB, the bank that likes to say,
Yes.
Kellogg's Raisin Splitz. Raisin in the middle.
It's a taste sensation, a wheat and raisin celebration. All wrapped up
in a perfect square.
The taste is simply beyond compare. Raisin in the middle. Kellogg's Raisin Splitz.
Well, baby, I'm thinking about your chocolate. Well, baby, I'm thinking about your taste. Well, baby, I'm thinking about your chocolate. Thinking about your taste. Well, maybe I'm thinking about your chocolate, thinking about your taste.
You're looking sharp, you're looking good. You've come so far. We know how to make the most of who you are. Father to son, it's what we've always done. Gillette.
The Gillette Contour Plus system with Lubristrip for the best a man can get.
The best a man can get.
What's a special dog's favorite food called? It was Mr. Dog, but now it's called Cesar. Cesar, the new name for Mr. Dog.
Imagine if your morning paper could come alive, bringing you world news reports direct from Washington, Tokyo, and London, making you streetwise to get the best deal out of life. A box office opening up the world of entertainment, making sure a small investor and big businessman have the latest figures, sharpening your wits with the countdown masters, and giving the kids some fun too. Imagine all this at regular times, plus headlines, travel, and weather, and call it the Channel 4 Daily. Now on for the state of British prisons as seen by their inmates.
Britain's prison service is in crisis. This week's three-day rooftop demonstration at Frankland Prison is the most recent in a long list. Wandsworth, Havering, Lindholm are all proof of the strain on prisoners and prison officers alike. Tonight's dispatch records a unique event inside Long Lartin, the top security prison whose inmates include 2 of the Birmingham 6. Earlier this month, the prisoners initiated their own day-long conference. Murderers, robbers and rapists discuss the problems behind bars with prison officers, invited speakers and the governor. How do prisoners cope with long sentences? Why do so many reoffend? Do they feel any remorse? The answers can be heard in Voices from Long Lartin.
Long Lartin Prison near Evesham. It takes long-term prisoners, 72 Category A and 340 less dangerous Category B men. Many inmates think Long Lartin is a good prison. It isn't overcrowded or brutal. But even here the stress is on security, not rehabilitation. Inmates know that 60% of all prisoners reoffend. They accept that many prisons are far worse, but feel there is little incentive to reform, even though Long Lartin has some basic facilities. Every inmate has a cell of his own.
When you move in, you have a bed, table, chair,